Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada. जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय, जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, जय निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टाप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भगवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 15, entitled The Pandavas Retire Timely. Sloka number 43. चिरावासः निराहारः बद्धावाक् मुक्तामूर्धजः दर्शयान् आत्मनः रूपं जद उन्मत्ता पिशाचवत् ऊर्ध्वेन अनवेक्षमानः निरगत आश्रन्वान् बाधिरः यथा चिरावसानिराहारो बधावान्मुक्तमुर्दजः दर्शयानत्मनो रूपम् जदोन्माता पिशाचवत् अनवेक्षमानो निरगत् आश्रन्वान् बधिरो यथा चिरावसानिराहारो बधावान् मुक्तमुर्दजः दर्शयन् आत्मनो रूपम् जदोन्मत्ता पिशाचवत् अनवेक्षमानो निरगत् आश्रन्वान् बधिरो यथा चिरावसानिराहारो बद्धावन्मुक्तमुर्दजः दर्शयन् आत्मनो रूपम् जदोन्मत्ता पिशाचवत् अनवेक्षमानो निरगत् आश्रन्वान् बधिरो यथा please चिरावसानिराहारो बधामुक्तमुर्दजः दर्शयानात्मनो रूपम् जदोन्मत्ता पिशाचवत् अनवेक्षमानो निरगत् आश्रन्वान् बधिरो यथा दर्शयानात्मनो रूपम् जदोन्मत्ता पिशाचवत् अनवेक्षमानो निरगत् आश्रन्वान् बधिरो यथा Chiravasaha accepted torn clothing. Niraharaha gave up all solid food stuff. Badhavak stopped talking. Mukta Murdhajaha untied his hair. Darshayan began to show. Atmanaha of himself. Rupam bodily features. Jada inert. Unmata mad. Pishachawat just like an urchin. Anavek samanaha without waiting for. Niragat was situated. Asranwan without hearing. Badhiraha just like a deaf man. Yatha as if. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. After that, Maharaj Yudhishthira dressed himself in torn clothing, gave up eating all solid foods, voluntarily became dumb, and let his hair hang loose. All this combined to make him look like an urchin or madman with no occupation. He did not depend on his brothers for anything. And just like a deaf man, he heard nothing. Please kindly repeat. After that, Maharaj Yudhishthira dressed himself in torn clothing, gave up eating all solid foods, voluntarily became dumb, and let his hair hang loose. All this combined to make him look like an urchin or madman with no occupation. He did not depend on his brothers for anything. And just like a deaf man, he heard nothing. Purport. Thus, being freed from all external affairs, he had nothing to do with imperial life or family prestige. And for all practical purposes, he posed himself exactly like an inert mad urchin and did not speak of material affairs. He had no dependence on his brothers, who had all along been helping him. This stage of complete independence from everything is also called the purified stage of fearlessness. Hare Krishna. So here was explained how Maharaj Yudhishthira is completely free from material designation and make himself ready to give up this material world and departure to spiritual world to continue his devotional service to the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna. Like we know how difficult is people to give up this world, being so attached, and from the childhood is always depend on others. And what I can learn from the life of these brahmacharis and Gurukul boys, just start from the early age, it's already been trained up for detachment and not depend directly on not depend like on comfort of family life, where usually children on this age is given so much comfort by the parent. And I can see many in the society how parent is very afraid if the children is not being very comfortable. Whereas on my age in the village, it was given very different training than nowadays children. Nowadays children is given so much comfort, so they don't allow the children even the foot to touch the ground. Everything should be protected by shoes, by chapel, and so on. So even just a few years, it's already so much change. Training not that given to the children how to detach from the early age. That's why it is very difficult then to give up this material world. So like that was happening from time immemorial, from the Satya Yuga age to Dwapara Yuga, to Treta Yuga, to Dwapara Yuga, and now to Kali Yuga. And still we are here because training not given properly. How that one finally can arrive to the stage that ready to give up this material world happily. And now to give up the world, what to talk about give up the world? Just to go out from home, from the comfort zone, it is very difficult for those who have good facility. But it is very nice that Srila Prabhupada taught us that from the early age, the children should be given a training as a Gurukul boy. So from the early age that they get a good training. Whereas in today's modern setup, it is completely different. We can see the parent don't want that the children face difficulty from the beginning, even though this difficulty is actually a kind of training from the early age. So when we learn about the life of Maharaj Yudhishthira, even though Yudhishthira Maharaj is this, he is the king from such an opulent kingdom. But when the time comes, that easily he give up all that comfort in the kingdom and give up his position, his dressing, and his prestige. How that we can come to such a stage like Maharaj Yudhishthira on his age? If we reflect to ourselves now, in what stage we are now, based on our age, what age we are now, whether we prepare ourselves to one day ready to give up this world. Because at the time of end of our life, that will not be very pleasant situation. And most people just follow the situation, whatever will happen, without proper preparation. That how can one finally happily and ready to face the last stage of life. Many of those that get no training, they are suffer at the last stage of their life. If one not fortunate enough to have a good family, no one will look after when one getting old. And unless one get a proper trainings in the early age, how to conduct life alone, that will be very difficult. If one too much depend on the protection of others, like in the family life, everyone is depend on others to serve them, and no one is ready to be alone, where no one will look after when we are getting old. So Maharaj Yudhishthira is showing very nice example to us, even though King Yudhishthira as a king with so many servants. Of course, a king has so many servants, opulent king like Maharaj Yudhishthira, and all his brothers ready to help him, to support him, to protect him, to serve him. But at the last stage, Maharaj Yudhishthira is easily give up all that support. So this is a good example for us that how at the end of our stage of our life that we can be ready to face the situation. So that what I can learn from this explanation, and very happy like to know that opportunity is given to children to study from the early age. And I was like very much thinking before how I was in the early age is not get a chance to study like all these Gurukul boys. And what His Holiness Bhakti Raghavaswami Maharaj was very much emphasized that children should be given a chance to study, to undergo life and study in a Gurukula school. Because in the normal school, in a general school, it is not given a chance for practicing a proper education, how one can manage one personal life. at least what I understood from the study in the general school, in the public school, is just for the sake of like a material maintenance, how that one can maintain a happy body life, but not for preparation for ready to face the last stage of life, for being ready to give up the material world. So I thank very much that Srila Prabhupada given this opportunity for us to join this ISKCON movement. And actually, what I feel from this ISKCON is a proper preparation for give up this material world is from the beginning, that we are already directed nicely, especially by the studying of the Srimad Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So many examples that we can learn, that how we prepare ourselves to finally, happily, that we give up this world. So thank you very much for this opportunity given to me by Prabhuji, so that we can learn from Srimad Bhagavatam. And thank you for the parents of the children to give a chance for the children to study in Gurukul. Hopefully that when these Gurukul boys all grow up and can spread all over the world and teach our future children. Because this study is very much lacking. So for us in Indonesia, we are waiting for like a good preacher who can teach our children. Many children everywhere, devotees children, is waiting to get a good study. Many children in our place in Indonesia, and the parent wanted the children to get a chance to study in Gurukula. And many asking, where should I send my children to study, whether in Mayapur or in Vrindavan? But I'm learning it's not so easy to bring children from outside to study in Gurukul, especially like Vrindavan and Mayapur. Firstly, they will have challenge of speaking, because they are not trained up to other language, and also not easy for them to tolerate this climate. So what at least I'm thinking, if all these Gurukul boys given good training, and in the future they can go out and teach, that will be like more close approach. Already been devotee trying to send their children from Indonesia to Mayapur, but it was not successful to study in Gurukula. So that's why I was very happy, like to see these Gurukul boys. I'm contemplating if I was in this age and given a chance to study in Gurukul. Wow. From the early age, they get a good protection. And what I understood from Srila Prabhupada teaching, that the children in this Krishna consciousness is like a very precious gift that one should protect, give all the protection, because they are our future generation who can look after our society. So thank you very much, Prabhuji, all the teachers who look after the children, students. So as I mentioned before, waiting for the future that all these boys can give continue like to spread the teaching of Srila Prabhupada and to travel to all places and to give a chance for the children to study. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Tiger can show in circus, right? So what should be the mood of the teacher so that we can train our students, we can be really what the real ODA career for our students. How our mood to train the students?
जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय, जय श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय. Yeah, exactly. That even like a tiger, if they given good training, they can play circus and can attract a lot of viewers. So these children, if given good training, just how Srila Prabhupada teach, and now with this advanced technology that we can also apply for this teaching, that our children can be also play such a role for the future. If the children is just with good cooperation of teacher and parent, good support, then they can grow up and develop such good knowledge, and they can play the role for continuing the future teaching. So now need support should be given from all direction by our society, by our ISKCON society, like in whatever capacity should be given to support to continue. Like this school should be expand in terms of how that we can bring more children to study. And especially I'm happy to know that this school having a good piece of land, I mean a big land where children can learn also like to do an agriculture, because without learning agriculture that we cannot have a good food production. Now most of us is depend still on outside produce, but if we have like this Gurukula have a big land, when this boy is a little bit more grown up, that we can give also a chance for them to interact with the agriculture study. So in that way that we can produce more qualified teacher for the future. Pardon me, Prabhu.
That means if students will take the proper training, that students in future will also the good teacher.
Yeah, exactly. Like the children in the village, when they follow their parent, like whatever the skill of the parent, if they just follow like that, then naturally they will get the quality of the parent. For example, in my village, many people was taking up the life like become a farmer and also an artist to do carving. Just by being in that village without any special study, they become a wood carver. And in another village, by nature, they become a painter, they become a dancer. But in the most of villages, children is become a good farmer, even without go to special school. And if like here, if there are devotee farmer, just like bring them go to the field, and they will develop. In our place, we try to bring children to rice field, so they will learn something. And actually, they like at least once a week. We used to bring the children to field, so should not happen like when I was in Mangalore, when the children was visiting our farm. What their question was, how the peanut, how the peanut is growing. Peanut is another name is groundnut. Yeah. So by the name of groundnut means this nut which grow underground. But they don't have idea how the groundnut is grow, how the groundnut is growing, and how is the trees of the rice like that. so many this all funny question was there. So unless we know how the food is grown up, so how we will understand the food is that available food. So most of the children which is visiting our farm in South India, they have no idea about the food, how the food is growing. So like that, if we not give such training to our children, they will be lost. That's why Srila Prabhupada is very good to give a chance that children should be grown up nicely in the farm community set up. So because first is food. First we should know that that the food which can give us a good health like that. I think during the regime of Yudhishthira Maharaj must be set up of that farm. It is given very much priority, whereas nowadays is not given. But this Gurukula having big land means there is a chance for us to give such opportunity for children to know about agriculture. Any one of you like to plant something? Do you know how to plant vegetable? Maybe not now, but soon you have to learn.
How you will basically the place, especially the Indonesia area, because there is most of the person nowadays they have a food culture, they have a philosophy, and how you connect the traditional concepts in this life.
In general, most of people is already been carried away by this modern setup. So in our place in Indonesia, we try like to spread this Krishna consciousness just by personal approach, like to friends and close friends in our society. Yeah, friends, relatives. Because setup of life in our place in Indonesia is still a bit different than other country. So traditional society is still like kind of a solid setup, especially in Bali. In one province, they consist of like 8 districts. In each district, they are consist of sub-district, and in the sub-district, every community, they are like still attached together. It's not mixed with other place. So like that, we are still in that system of spreading Krishna consciousness.
And one more challenge is because the Indonesia, especially in the coastal area,
Mm-hmm.
most of the persons are living in the place and something.
Pardon again, Ma'am?
So actually because actually the Indonesia is part of the coastal area.
Yeah.
There is person, so many persons are living in there
Hmm.
something.
I could not.
Can say
Uh,
now because your area is close to the coastal area. But
yeah.
this time there is
Yeah.
so because most of the persons are the millionaires.
Uh-huh.
Then how to cultivate?
Yeah. So Prabhuji was asking how, like in Indonesia, because we are living in a coastal area, and people are depend on meat production, fish. Everyone, people are attached to fish. How to preach them? Actually, only close friendship and close association that give a chance. They will ask how these people in the area of Indonesia, where since the early age of life they eating meat and very attached to meat, can be give up meat. So actually, we are wonder with the power of this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Even myself thinking, how can I give up meat? It's just because of the Maha Mantra association. Otherwise, we cannot give up meat. Everyone is afraid, and actually, we are opposed by the people now. Why you give up meat? Because meat is part of our offering in our temple, in our Hindu temple. How that you can become a Hindu is not offering meat? This is very strange in our place. That's why we are opposed by our society.
That's why I'm very surprised, especially what you saying there is 6 temples, so many the yatras going on, and there is form communities over there. It's a big, such a gift especially that you are giving to Indonesians.
Yeah, actually, as a devotee in Indonesia, when we sit down and we start to discuss, contemplating how that now we are not eating meat, everyone is eating meat. So actually, we realize only the power of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra change us from that bad habit of eating meat and now not eating meat because of intense association and chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And when we start associate with this chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we feel shy that in our home that we are keeping meat like that. So the new people who interact with us, when they know, they will ask, it is true that Hare Krishna people is not eating meat? If we say we not eating meat, then they start keep distant. So that's why our approach is different. So if one want to join Hare Krishna, should they give up eating meat? So now we should say no. So we said we just need to chant Hare Krishna, not need to give up eating meat. If we say give up eating meat, then many times we are not successful to teach them, unless they are very eager, like if they want to stop eating meat. Otherwise, we just say you still can eat meat. We say like that. So when I was given Hare Krishna mantra, so my brother Sukaguru did not tell me to stop eating meat. I chant Hare Krishna and still continue eating meat for about 1 year. After 1 year only, my brother Sakaguru asked me, why you eat meat? So then I was shocked when my brother Sakaguru asked me, why you eat meat? So it is natural everywhere is eating meat. But after he explained that after we chant this Hare Krishna mantra, it is for purification process that we should not eat meat. So after he explained like that, so then I was contemplating why I have to stop meat, but how to stop eat meat. So he told you chant 8 rounds. When you chant 8 rounds, you will stop eat meat. So actually, it's happened. Before that, only chant 1 round every day. After chanting 8 rounds, can stop eating meat. So like that was the power of Hare Krishna that we experienced. Yeah. So thank you very much, Prabhu and Mataji, for your kind attention. Jai Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
It's really such a big message. You were just the people are just after the chanting, he left the meat.
Yeah.
It's miraculous. Prabhuji, I want just to take one interview also for my students. How that you are just spreading the Krishna consciousness over there, and how the persons are left the meat eating just after the chanting. After taking the prasad,